project demo on Glassville, fall of 2012. The overall program of this project was to design, program, and construct a claw machine. Ultimately, the goal was to have the claw machine respond autonomously, retrieving a sphere located anywhere within its boundaries and dropping it in a designated progress area. Crucial components and synthesis of this project are the Blue Smurf Bluetooth module, the Arduino Mega 2560 for motor control, an Android device used to run an Android application, servo motors, and stepper motors. Now onto the central foci. The central focuses of this project were to learn and understand the XY axis movements with the Arduino, understand two-way Bluetooth control between the Android tablet and the Blue Smurf, and to understand the basics of image processing. Also to obtain the knowledge of integrated Android programming. Here's a closer look at the initial design process and flow diagram. To the left you can see the Android tablet. The Android tablet will serve as a relay station between the Arduino Mega and the camera. The camera will send an XY coordinate based on this processing of where it believes the sphere is located. The Android tablet will then send this data to the Arduino module. The Arduino module will then proceed to move the motors accordingly and drop the call when necessary. Shown here are 3D models done in Google SketchUp to take a further look of each of these designs. Looking closely at design number 1, using 2 motors and an Arduino board, this is how I thought an XY axis would be constructed. With basic material, just to kind of show, what's going on. This is done in Google SketchUp. This shows design number 2, done with Vesparts. This shows different concept in a different way to control an XY axis. This is the third and final concept design. The placements of the motors, the rods, and all the chains. Now on to the progress made with the Arduino board. First, I would like to talk about the progress made over USB connection with the Arduino board. With the Arduino board hooked up to my laptop, I was able to control one servo motor, one stepper motor. I was also able to control the speed of the servo motor and the stepper motor. I was able to control 2 stepper motors at one time, one stepper motor and one servo at the same time, and I was able to move these motors via the response of an analog joystick. Additionally, over Bluetooth, using the Blue Smurf connected to the Arduino board, I was able to control one servo motor, one stepper motor, and I was also able to control the angle of a servo motor.
Alright, this is joystick, program, Arduino. See the code there. Right now, it's doing nothing. Waiting for me to move the joystick. Right here. That. Okay, that's me moving it up to the right. You move it down, left, up. It's easy. Let's move this as I keep going back and forth. It's one way. Yep, that's one motor with a joystick. Alright. Showing 2 servos. Main servo and a stepper. Serial connection. COM4. The same. If I go down, servo moves, any other direction. Stepper move. That's it. Here's the code. Alright. It's the hardware. Blue Smurf. Green Omega. And here's the Bluetooth app now working. Want to reset it. And start over at 1, 2, 3. Counting every second. If I put an input of anything, the return should be say received. Arduino received. And that's it. Here's a demo of the Android tablet connecting with the Arduino and moving the motor with the tilt axis of the tablet. I'm going to open up the app called Call Machine. I want to connect to Bluetooth device, which is now connected. I'm going to tilt and move. That's it.
Okay, now that you see some demos, let's talk about the Android application. The Android application was done in pretty much two big versions. Call Machine 1.0 simplified, as you can see to the left, with the yellow background and purple buttons, was pretty much done to turn on the Bluetooth and just to make sure that things were paired back and forth. The motors were set to move at any push of the button, no direction control or anything. They were just going to move at any push of the button. In Call Machine 1.1, it showed, make sure that there was full Bluetooth connection both going to and from. It had an about section, helped the users get connected with the Bluetooth device. And one of the things it did too, it gave the user the option to use the tilt axis or the buttons. It also added a feature to where the Bluetooth connection would terminate as well. And down where it says motor control, it's actually a typo. It was actually just used for the angle to be able to move the servo motor from 180 degrees left to 180 degrees right. Or actually, which in my case was 55 right and 55 left. That concludes my presentation.